Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're very well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is for Tuesday the 26th of September, a little pick a card reading, but obviously it's a timeless reading, you know. Pile number 1 is the orange calcite, which is really good for balancing your sacral chakra. Pile number 2 is the blue apatite, which is excellent for balancing your throat chakra and also really good for social anxiety, because that's the chakra that deals with social anxiety. And pile number 3 is the Mukite, which is a form of red jasper. Sorry, that word was jasper before I slammed the crystal back down onto the table. It's actually a really interesting crystal because it kind of does contradictory things. Like, it helps to ground your energy because it's jasper, but it also has like a quality that kind of makes you more confident. I suppose maybe it's not contradictory, it's because it's kind of dealing with your anxiety, you know. It's kind of removing the fear so that you can sort of act without thinking about it. You know, if you're someone that tends to, so I suppose it's not contradictory at all actually. If you're someone that overthinks things like myself, that's why I have the Mukite. The Mukite can just kind of take away the overthinking, so you're just acting instead of sitting around being like, oh my god, is this the right thing? I don't know, and then talking yourself out of it. You know, so say for example, you're kind of shy and you maybe have like a meeting to go to where you would have to speak up. Mukite would be an excellent crystal to carry because it will help you do that, if you see what I mean. So if you do suffer from social anxiety, like myself, the blue apatite and the Mukite is an excellent combination. And this guy, the beast over here, is apophyllite, which helps you tune into your angels and receive messages and downloads. Yeah. So I'm just gonna assume that you picked a pile in between my ramblings. Okay, so pile number 1 is the orange citrine. So you guys have, okay, you have the Akashic Library. So this card talks about, like, some of you guys could be writers, or you could be like publishers or getting your book published or writing a book or something like that. It also talks about kind of learning to manifest. The Akashic Library card talks about kind of, yeah, it talks about like a different way of manifesting, because it's almost like you're getting to know it's like you've done work on yourself to get to know yourself better. You know, it's almost like you have a better sense of who you are, so you know what you want to do or what you want to go for, or maybe the blocks that were getting in your way, right? So I feel like those of you that chose this pile, it could be about self-worth, because you have the sacral chakra crystal, which is about self-worth and guilt and shame and all this stuff. So there could have been some blocks around manifestation in those ways that have been removed for you, or that you've removed yourself. Yeah, this is a money pile for sure. So you have the King of Keys, which is the King of Pentacles, and you have this little dude here, the Six of Keys or the Six of Pentacles in Crescent Moon. So this card in particular, the in Crescent Moon, so you know, it's in the, you know, Rider-Waite tarot, it's the Six of the Six of Pentacles, but there's money coming to you, pile number 1, and I feel it's because you've learned self-worth or guilt, or it could have been that some of you were in like a bit of a workaholic mind frame as well, and you've kind of learned how to manifest in a different way. Could be that too, right? You know, like maybe before you just manifested from a workaholic kind of space, but now you've kind of had to get into receiving mode instead, so it's like less work, if you see what I mean. I'm not saying you're not working, I'm just saying it's like easier when you're in receiving mode, right? But the Six of Pentacles talks about success. You know, something that you've put a lot of work into is going to pay off. It's actually like a destiny card. It talks about the stars aligning for you. Like, this is some kind of success that's going to pay off for you, that's going to leave you with like a lot of money with the King of Pentacles. And it's literally, it's a combination of all the work and the effort and the time that you've put in, but also, and you know, the love that you've put into whatever you're doing, but also it's like fated. It's, you know, like I said, the stars have aligned. So this is about money, success, your reputation, you know. So yeah, I would say quite a bit of money is coming your way, pile number one, with the King of Pentacles. You know, that can talk about owning your own business. It can talk about boss energy. If some of you have been applying for jobs as a scientist, you know, the King of Pentacles talks about being a scientist, so that would be success in that. Like I already said, writer or publishing, if you're into that kind of thing. Anything creative as well, but just in general. This talks about financial success. So this, one of the messages from this card in particular is that if money's been tight, relax, because it's coming. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's paying off. You also have, oh my gosh, you have the Empress, excuse me. Excuse me while I choke a little bit. You have the Empress here, which is, again, that's a money card. You have the Sun, wow. And you have the Death card. Okay, so really interesting that you have the Death with the Sun, because, you know, in the tarot, you have to have like, focus. You have to have a death before the Sun can come out, you see that? So it's like you've had this death, and now the Sun is coming out. And the Sun in the tarot is abundance. You know, it's like a lot of abundance with the King. This combination, the King of Pentacles with the Sun, is a lot of money. Like, you're going to be very happy. It could even be that you're going to be in the spotlight for some of you, like moving into being in charge or something like that. There may even have been a bit of an ego death for you, pile number one, in the way, you know, and all I mean by the ego is like the thing that's holding you back. So for some of you, that could have been lack of self-worth, or not knowing your purpose as well, because the Akashic records hold the information about your life's purpose, like who you're meant to be on this planet, who you came here to be, who you were in past lives. So you may have sort of been doing a lot of work to uncover skills from your past lives, like what would you call it, like reinvigorating, that's not the word I'm looking for, but like restarting skills from a past life, okay? Also, some of you may have come out of the dark night of the soul, where you've been doing a lot of soul searching. If that is the case, basically you were in that dark night of the soul so you could do all this learning about yourself. And I feel that now you've done that, it's given you a very strong sense of self, and that's why you're moving towards like all this money and abundance, because you are, like with the Empress, the Sun, like there's so much money in this pile, you know. The Empress is like lavish abundance, like, see, it's receiving mode. That's exactly what I was talking about. I feel like this is a pile of people, a pile for people who have gotten into receiving mode. Because you see how the river behind her, it's supposed to represent things naturally flowing to her because she's in the Empress energy. He or she, it doesn't matter. It's about being in the Empress energy where you just allow things to flow instead of chasing them. So you could have been a workaholic, you know, or you could have always been in this mindset of like, oh my God, like money's so hard to come by, or some, you know, some kind of negative mindset around money that I feel you've done work to remove, and now you're in this receiving mode, and it's like, here it all comes. You know what I mean? Like, and I do feel strongly for a lot of you, it's been about removing lack of worth or guilt or shame around money, possibly. Yeah, that's your message, pile one. Expect to be doing quite well in the near future. Quite well, okay? So, but I feel, you know, you've earned it, right? It's, which is actually kind of a counterintuitive thing to say, given what I've just said in the reading, because that's what receiving mode is. It's kind of getting out of that energy of feeling like you have to be like, oh my God, like I have to work for this so hard, instead of getting into the energy of like, no, this is my birthright. Like, I have rights to, you know, it's my natural birthright to be abundant and not struggle and blah, 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 you know. So that's your message, pile 1. I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care. Pile number 2. You guys were the blue appetite. Okay, so you have the 1 of scrolls on track, which is, this is the Ace of Swords. So, little dude getting on a train. You have the 1 of Forces, which is the Ace of Wands, the Akashic Field. Ooh, and you have the Divine Physician, number 6. Okay. I have more cards here, but I want to talk about these first while it's fresh. Excuse me. For some of you, this is to do with speaking, like speaking up about something, communication, writing, expressing your gifts in some way that may have been blocked before because you had a bit of a block in your throat chakra. Okay. I feel you're in your purpose, basically, pile number 2. Spirit is telling you that you're on track. You know, for those of you who are maybe wondering, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I heading in the right direction? You are, because it's basically written in the Akashic field, like it's basically written that you're supposed to be some kind of healer. That's what the Divine Physician, you know, this card talks about. There's you're moving into some kind of job or some kind of divine purpose as a healer, and I feel it's to do with some kind of communication because you have the blue appetite, but that can be many things, you know. So that can be like writing, that can be speaking, that can be counseling, that can be teaching, that can be making movies, that could be art, you know, expressing yourself through some kind of artistic medium that would be very healing for other people, maybe teaching people art or something like that. It can manifest in many ways. If you want to look up, you know, more like activities that are associated with the throat chakra, you could go look it up, but also singing. But I feel that that's the main message here that Spirit wants you to know, is that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're on track to become this healer, this spiritual healer that you're supposed to be in this lifetime. And I feel for many of you that has something to do with communication, okay? I also feel, and this has been coming up in the readings quite a bit, I feel there's people watching the readings who are going to end up working with the Akashic records. You may be some kind of channel. I have done a couple of videos on like mediumship and being a channel, like just, you know, introductory videos. If you want to watch them, just because so much has been coming up in the readings about that, I just thought it might be useful for people. Because that's what the Akashic field talks about, basically, without getting too into it. The Akashic records / Akashic field is basically where all the information about Earth is stored, you know. So that would be like information about Earth, information about all the people on Earth. So for example, if you were to get a job, you know, if, you know, maybe you're a channel, and you may end up getting some kind of job where you help people heal their past lives because you're able to go into the Akashic record, see what their past lives were, and help them heal it. Or maybe people will come to you because they want to know what their life's purpose is, and you would be able to tell them that also, for example, because you'd be able to easily access the Akashic records. Okay? Let's see what else you've got here. You know what? There may also be, because you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, there may be some kind of idea, you know, with the selenite as well. That's a crown chakra kind of crystal, which is like where the downloads come in. Excuse me. like these downloads come in. So you may end up getting some kind of idea that comes to you about some kind of healing business that you want to open, or it doesn't have to be a business. I mean, you don't have to be paid for it, but you know, a lot of people end up setting up a business because then, you know, you're healing people and, you know, eating at the same time, right? Which is always a good combination. It's kind of hard to heal people when, you know, you haven't got a good living situation, right? So there may be some kind of like download that comes for you soon. You're gonna find out about this, okay? And some of you may be traveling, because that's what this card talks about, is one of the most obvious interpretations of this card. He's literally getting on a train. So for some of you, you might be about to move. You know, you might be, I feel it's to do with work, honestly. I feel this would be some kind of opportunity to do with your job. So you may be moving for your work, and it's kind of like taking one last look back, you know, being like, oh my God, is this the right decision? I'm thinking yes, to be honest, pile one. Let's see what else you've got. The 10 of Wands. Okay, so your past has been very hard. You know, with the 10 of Wands, like a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden to carry, but you're moving away from that. And I feel there's a strong sense of relief with that, okay? Yeah, see, the Queen of Swords, you're some kind of channel. Like, that's what the Queen of Swords does. She pulls information, he or she, they pull information down from like the Akashic field, the Akashic records, without even really knowing that they're doing it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It could be to do with communication, because I'm coughing so much. Hold on. Because that's what the Queen of Swords is. She's all about communication. So she can be a teacher, counselor, writer, anything like that. But I feel it's something to do with channeling. Sorry. Oh my God, hold on. Okay. Pile 2, you may have had a really big block about this in the past, because I had to like go away and like choke to death and like get a drink. But see, the throat chakra is where you're speaking about, you know, because the throat chakra connects the rest of the body with the upper chakras, like the third eye, the crown chakra, where the, you know, information from spirit comes in. It connects it with like, you know, your throat, so you can say it out loud. So a lot of you may have had this gift your whole life, and you've been reluctant to use it because you were worried about what people said, or maybe people, you know, maybe you said it to people in the past and they were like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, or like it freaked people out when you did it or something, that you had this information. But I feel like a lot of you that chose this pile, you're just natural channels, like you're tapping into the Akashic field, the Akashic records, and you're able, oh my God, you're very able to pull information down from the Akashic records and the Akashic field. But because you've had problems with your throat chakra in the past, could even be a past life, you know, you may have been hanged or something in a past life for being a witch or whatever, right? I feel you've been reluctant to do it until this point. But I feel that's about to change, because you're meant to be some kind of healer with the things that you say. You have the Moon, oh my God, and the Hermit, look at that. So you have some kind of access to this divine knowledge. You know, the Moon is a card of being very psychic, like having access to hidden knowledge that other people don't have. You may have strong air in your chart, because air signs are quite able to do that. But see, you have the divine physician with the Hermit. There's something to do with this knowledge that you have that you're going to give to other people. You may end up being some kind of spiritual teacher with the Hermit. But that can be very broad, right? Because I know when you think teacher, it's like, you know, you think it has to be someone very official. But, you know, a teacher can be, you know, writing books, or having a YouTube channel or making movies about certain topics, or being a counselor. Maybe you're going to be some kind of spiritual counselor or something like that, you know. Or like I've used this example before, maybe you're going to open a Reiki business, because like I said before, you're going to get clients that have never had Reiki before, and it's going to unlock this whole world to them. You know, because often when, and a few people have said this in the comments as well, like people, I don't do Reiki myself, but I know a lot of people, when they do Reiki, they end up channeling information from spirit that's very, very healing from people. And it, you know, that's a lot of the time, it can be one of the things that gets people into spirituality. It makes them believers. So I feel there's some kind of healing that you're going to end up doing with this knowledge that you're pulling down from the Akashic records, okay? So that is your message, pile 2. I do apologize for all the coughing, but I feel there was a strong message about, because my throat seems to be totally fine now. You know, the throat chakra thing may be something that you're still working on, but just know that you are here to deliver this information. So, you know, don't let people silence you, is basically what I want to say. And if you want to know more about the throat chakra, you should check out my other channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar, because it's something I've had massive problems with myself. So I have videos over there about how to balance it, how to open it, and all that kind of stuff. So I hope that was useful, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care. Pile 3, you guys, for the Mookite. So you guys have, ooh, you have the Tower. Okay. Oh, you have my favorite card in the whole deck. Such a hopeless romantic. You have Fated Meeting. So this is kind of like the Lovers in the Rider-Waite. So you have, ooh, I feel like you're gonna meet someone. Some kind of fated meeting, and they might come in very quickly. And you have the Two of Roses, which is the Two of Cups in this deck. Okay. In this deck, the Winged Messengers card has a different meaning, but honestly, when it's coming out with this Fated Meeting card, I'm going to take it as the Two of Cups, because it just is. There's a soulmate coming into your life, pile number 3. Okay? I'm kind of already thinking, like, with the Mookite, this person might be very outspoken or not shy, is what I want to say. Because that's what the Mookite, that's what I was trying to say in the introduction. I think I said it. It's the type of energy, like, they don't mind being the first to speak. You know, it's like someone kind of chatty and someone kind of friendly. I feel they're going to come into your life quite fast, though, with the Tower. And honestly, I feel like when they come in, they might change a lot of things, because that's what the Tower talks about. Someone, you know, like things changing, but in a good way, you know, changing for the better. And it's a fated meeting. Like, this is someone who's meant to be in your life. Like, you're supposed to meet this person. It's a soulmate. You know, it's sort of been prearranged that you guys are going to meet at a certain time for a certain destiny. Your higher selves already know each other. You may be dreaming about this person. They may be, you guys may already be chilling in the 5D, but you've not actually met this person yet, or they've not come into your life yet, but they are coming. Oh, okay, let's see what else you've got here. Oh my god, you have the Two of Cups. Well, okay then. A little speechless, pile number 3. So you basically have the Two of Cups twice. Okay. That rendered me momentarily speechless. You have the Knight of Pentacles and you have the King of Wands. Okay. Okay, well, whoever this person is, they're definitely a soulmate. Like, you have so many soulmate cards here. This is someone who's meant to be in your life. Like I said, I kind of want to rearrange the cards. Hold on a second. I'm going to put that there. Two of Cups with the Two of Cups. I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to put that like that. Okay, that feels better to me. So there's some kind of offer that's going to come in with this person, with this Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's going to be a very stable offer. This person could have Earth in their chart. I nearly said Cancer, so this person could have Cancer in their chart, but they could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart, but it's a very stable offer. They may have been watching you, this person. It's either someone that's been kind of watching you in the 3D, or they've been watching in the 5D, like waiting for an opportunity to come in. And I feel when this person, or when Spirit feels the timing is right, they're going to come in very fast. They could also have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, this person is very attractive. The King of Wands energy, sorry about the focus. The King of Wands, this is someone very attractive, very charming. Yeah, this person, the King of Wands energy can be like someone kind of, it's like someone in charge. The King of Wands is someone that's in charge, so they can be manager, a team leader, they can be like a speaker, some kind of public speaker, or they can own their own business with the King of Wands. It could even be someone that travels, or they're from a different place with the King of Wands. What is this? What is this Two of Cups? Yeah, this person's going to send you a message. I think this is what the little bird here is talking about. There's some kind of message coming in. This is more Sagittarius energy. Look, the Eight of Wands is sticking out. You're definitely going to get a message from this person. You're going to meet them pretty soon. And what they have to offer is very stable. Is there anything else that wants to come out here? What is this Knight of Pentacles? I had to shuffle for ages to get that card, pile number 3. Okay, so that's the video probably jumps. It's like it's been very, very slow with the Knight of Pentacles. Like this person who's really sort of taken their time coming in. They've like thought about the offer. But then when it comes in very fast, is what I would say about this. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that there because they're not really forgiven as many more cards. So maybe they want this to be like a bit of a mystery, pile number 3. Okay, but I kind of feel like this person's going to come out of the clear blue sky and you're going to be like, what? Yeah, so that's your message. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I wish you many blessings. Love and light. Take care.